So, hi everyone. We are going to start our first session today. This is a podcast with our very own guest, Sneha. So, Sneha is a good friend of mine. I've been knowing her for many years. And we are going to do today a podcast on market research and digital marketing. I welcome you, Sneha. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. So I'm glad that I'm the first podcaster.
Yeah. Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, in this last 3, 4 years since the COVID,
Yeah.
what I've seen is there's a lot of talks on digital marketing because all the marketing prior to COVID, the sales, the research, everything was very much, on footage.
Yeah.
There's a shift in market.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything on that?
Yes. So, what businesses actually need to understand when it comes to digital marketing or going online is with most traditional businesses or the B2B businesses, this is another channel of marketing, is what you're opening up, right? It doesn't really hinder the setups that you all previously have already established, right? When it comes to B2B businesses. So, this is an add on that you can leverage with
Okay.
your businesses. So that is what most business owners kind of get confused in terms of, oh, should I completely just transfer my business to go online? Right? So that is the thought process, like, oh, we don't have to put any more efforts doing the offline marketing, but let's take everything onto the online setup. But the transformation is not going to be that rapid, right? It is a channel that you're opening up online. So this is gonna be a gradual process. So everything with digital marketing, the myth is also like it's all fast and furious, right? This is not true for all business, right? It depends on the nature of the business.
Okay.
So if you're doing a clothing brand, then of course you can expect a fast and furious kind of a sales and kind of a branding and marketing and all of that happen at a faster pace because the nature of the business is on quick commerce.
Okay.
Right. So if it is real estate and now you want to take it online for your sales, then yes, it's going to take a bit of a journey. And then, of course, you can open up this channel of online marketing, or you are opening up a channel basically for your business. So that I think there's a base level understanding is what is missing with most business owners.
My business also. So we are into fenestration business. What I've seen, and in my prior businesses also, there's an approach very much conventional that unless and until you go to the client, you sit with him, there won't be a conversion.
Yeah.
What is your thought? So what is your perception about this?
Correct. So bottom line, businesses run on trust, right? Be it offline or be it online. So that's the reason why when you talk about online branding, the identity, personality, trust building, sales, conversion, and all of that is a part of online branding,
Okay.
right? So yeah, so you have, and building trust is based on, again, generating the content. What exactly is the mission and the focus plan? Are you very clear of which market segment are you tapping into? Right? Because again, it is based very specific on what sort of a content are you generating.
Okay.
Right? So most business owners as of now are trying to figure out like which market segment are we tapping into.
Okay.
Right? Even if you just say fenestration, like in a fenestration business, if you bottom line your products and the features that these products carry, it will be targeting different segments of the market.
Okay.
Right? So there is, they need to have, the business owner need to have clarity of what segment am I tapping into, what is the demographics, what is the age, what is the price point, what is the metric that I'm looking at. So once they have clarity on that, going online is a smoothest journey any business owner can ever have, and they should definitely get onto it.
So for our guest, I mean for audience to also understand, when you go online, when we are streaming through reels also, everyone is talking about digital marketing, digital marketing, digital marketing. What actually is digital marketing? If you can just break it down very briefly, because what I understand is digital marketing, the perception what people carry. When I say, or to a conventional business owner also, he'll think, "Arey, this is some new age guy. He has come for some TikTok reels, some Instagram reels, or Facebook reels. That's it. They're going to make some videos, and that's done."
Yeah.
Is it the same, or what I learned was there is SEO also.
Yeah.
There is the target audience. There's target
Correct.
area.
Correct.
What
Yeah, there
actually
is
it
Google
is?
Analytics.
Yes,
So you
yes.
have all these tools, right? So basically, when you say digital marketing, you have digital tools and techniques that will help you reach out to people, right? What exactly is marketing? You're reaching out to
So it
people.
is not, so I want to make it very clear, because when I meet different business owner, and I guess that must be your experience also, they feel that digital marketing मतलब सिर्फ वीडियो बनाना है और ऑनलाइन डालना है,
Yes.
या फिर सिर्फ we want to make a website and we have put it on.
Yeah, that
Yes.
doesn't get you sales,
Yes.
right? You must have noticed that, okay, like I'm a business owner, I made the website, and now you're like waiting for sales to happen. It just doesn't work that way, right? Now you have to put effort into reaching to your customer.
Okay.
So first and the foremost, you have to be very clear of what sort of a business are you doing, and what sort of a product or the service are you, launching, and also to which market segment, and also at what price point. All of this is super sensitive.
How will you break it down? So let's say the process of complete marketing research to digital marketing, till the process. What will be the stages?
Right. So I would absolutely start with research, right? Market research. You should know in and out of that particular business, because if you just say fenestration business, again, you have different segments of the market which will be very happy with certain price point of the products. So, so you have to know that particular business inside and out, and that can only happen through market research.
Okay.
So once your research is done on a particular demographic, like if you say India as a country, okay, let's do a research for India as, because it will not be the same for other countries, right? So once you understand that,
Just to interrupt you, what is demographics means? What is
so
it?
demographic is which location are you tapping into? So
Okay,
is
the
it
geographical location
exactly
and the audio, I mean the target, what do you say, customers?
correct? Correct. And also the age group, like who, when, what is the age group of people who actually end up constructing a house, right? You are probably in your 35 plus,
Yeah.
right, or 40 plus.
Yes.
So that is the demographics. So if you are generating a content for anybody who is say 60 plus, they are not even there online, right? Or the population is very less. Then it doesn't really make sense. So that is what is the thing with content generation. It is very specific to who are you tapping into, right? So either business owners want to do it all, they just want to be like sales, just target sales, but they don't understand it's going to take a process. Like, why just hit one segment of the market and do the content part right?
Okay. So first stage was your market research.
Yeah.
Market research includes the demographics.
Correct.
After the demographics, then what?
So market research also includes your competitive analysis. That means your competitors. You need to know who are your competitors. So if you have other fenestration businesses and you know that you are not doing sales because of some other brand or company, and that is the phenomena you experience very often, that means you do have a competitor. Right. So just because the deal was not done because that deal was given to somebody else, could be the price or could be the quality or could be for some other reason, right? The moment you know this, you have to be aware of your competitors. And either you have to better product, you have to launch a better product or do some modifications with the product side of it, or definitely put effort into the marketing side of it. So yeah, so when it comes to marketing, one thing I really want to make it very clear to most businesses right now is, please sit and do your market research and identify the segment of the market you're tapping into, because just putting something online, right, that is what they know as posts. Yeah. Let's put this, it will go viral, right? No, it has to be very specific. The content has to be very specifically generated to the benefit of your market segment. Otherwise, you'll tap into nothing. Yeah.
So it was like, so we start with market research. Market research includes your demographics, your competition. What else?
Yeah. So market research is your single insight that you can get from every single tool that is available for research.
So we are basically deep diving into all the aspects of the business.
Yes.
What what content we have to create so that there could be, we can create that kind of reach to the audience. And that reach in turn will give them a sales or, what you say, the business, the conversions.
Correct, exactly. So right now, with when you say doors and windows, there is so much automation going on with doors and windows as well, right? Don't expect all your customers to know how to open it and how to close it. It is as simple as how to open, how to close. You make a video on that, you will have probably 1 million views on it, right? So you would nobody. I mean, people would be like, why would anybody want to know that information? Like how to open this window or door, or how to close it, or how to protect it for, how to clean it also. It's a basic information. So most business owners would think like this is not the content which should go out, but that is exactly the content which should go out.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, everything about your product.
Yeah. So market research is done.
Yeah.
Market research involved certain processes, that is demographics, competition, product detailing.
Correct.
Then is the content.
Yes. Then it is absolutely to do with your content. So content comes from insights. Right. So for example, since you're in this business for such a long time, right? So you would know what sort of a customer would like what sort of a window or door based on what the budget they have, and etc. etc. Meaning you can do a baseline prediction on they definitely would want a sliding, or they would want folding, or you have all these other categories, right? You will tell me the lower and like whatever.
Lowers and yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there are different types
There
of
are different types of it for different purposes.
Yeah.
Right. So don't expect all your customers to actually know what is the purpose of this in the bathroom, right? If you're doing bathroom, so what is the purpose of having it over there? So if it is ventilation, then make that your content, because people will know that okay, you're doing this for bathroom for ventilation and etc. etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have the content. Now what else?
So content, so reach. So once reach is basically they engage.
So content, does it only include the videos, or what else do we do in content?
So when it comes to content, it starts with an insight, like why would my client want to know this? Okay, or why would my target market want to know this? Okay, so if I know this is the information that they should know, okay, once I am very clear with that, then creativity is a huge part of making that particular video or the reel or whatever is that content, right? So it is creativity, it is tech skills, meaning you all your proportions and features, function specifications should be very specific to that particular information or that particular reel or video. So it does have part of creativity. Then all your technical specifications should be mentioned, and why is this video you're making, the purpose behind it. So it includes, so it is not just just post this.
Okay.
Yeah, just posting something random results will be the result of it.
Yeah, so I mean, when we say content is also with different media, different things, like it may be blogs, it may be videos, it may be some other email marketing, if at all.
Yeah, so when you say email marketing, now you're looking for reach, right? First is clarity.
But is it done by the digital marketing team, or is it?
It is done by a digital marketing team.
Or is marketing done by the company itself or with their own influence?
I mean, there are different ways that a business owner would take that particular business decision. So if it's a small business, then they would actually
I think
hire
if it is a small business who doesn't have that bandwidth
yeah
to sustain or to keep
hire somebody
a
else.
digital marketing team.
Correct.
It's always better that they can get in a consultant and then they can work with them.
Correct.
Yes.
So if I'm the business owner, I'm a small business owner, then of course I would employ somebody. But the moment you employ, then you better have the knowledge around it.
So coming back to the process first, let's finish the process first. So it was marketing research, then the after that content
Market
creation.
research and your competitors, understand your competitors.
But that is part of your market research.
Yeah, that is part of your market research. Then understand your color schemes. So because colors do represent, there's something called as color theory, and it does have impact on psychology.
Yeah, we discussed this.
Yeah, exactly. So when you say, Valentine's Day, examples. Valentine's Day, red color, red rose, red everything for your girlfriend or boyfriends, right? Yeah. Why is it red? Red stands for passion.
When we were designing the website also, you said that yellow.
Yes.
I was asking about the yellow.
Yeah.
You said green is good, or black, blue, something. Yeah. So color also psychologically what effects it has.
Correct. So when a particular Minions, let's take this particular movie which was developed for kids. Why did it go yellow? Right? Fun. Kids love it. Kids love poppy colors, like anything that pops.
Wow.
So if you see any of your candy, chocolates,
So they did that research and
colors.
they made the minions with yellow color only for the reason that it attracts kids towards it.
Yes, because the movie is made for kids.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you see all the chocolate brands for kids, especially anything candy oriented, right? You will see it is having a lot of colors in it. Yeah, but if you the moment you look at some mature brand like IT industry or fenestration industry, you come into the corporate sector. The moment the blue starts to pop up,
I think blue is very common with manufacturing.
blue is very common with professionals. So
why would you say professional? I would say that, I've been wearing this blue from my childhood. All my schools had blue shirts.
Okay.
So it changed from sky blue to dark blue, and then again from blue. And I'm seeing this as a trend that 90% of my shirts are all blue.
Yeah, I know the reason behind why are they blue. Because when you're little kids, right? Kids are taught, especially boys, as oh, you should be liking the blue color. Blue color toy for you. Pink color.
I actually
like it could also be psychological reasons why you like that blue color.
I was hearing about this theory, wherein they said that the specific color that you choose, and again that color we link it up with our subconscious mind. Let's say I wear a blue uniform, I'll get into work mode. So that is why even if you see the boiler suits are made in blue color specifically for the technicians or the laborers, so that when they are doing the high laborers job, they are in right mindset. A person would not go in a casual outfit and do the hard work.
Yeah, so one thing is definitely discipline among everybody who's at the shop floor, right, in the factory. So one thing is discipline. Other thing is also dirtiness, right? You'll put your hands and you'll literally have to do work, right? It's also about the dirt part. If it's a darker shade of color, you might not wash it very often.
So now linking it back to our color schemes, you said that psychologically, when you make the content, the websites.
I think very good example is also Mama Earth. Right, so Mama Earth as a brand, green colors, right? White,
green, and I think
yellow,
blue, yellow, yellow, not blue, pink and yellow. A lot of pink and yellow is also used.
Right. So let's stick to the green and yellow part for Mama Earth. Right? Why did they decide on that particular color scheme?
Because so they do a lot of research on this also.
Not a lot of research, but yeah, they are following a color theory or color psychology.
I'll give an example. If I link Patanjali, Patanjali is all beige and woodish color or brown color.
Correct.
Their major promotion seems to be in brown color.
Right.
When you see Colgate, it would be red and white.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why they chose red and white.
Yeah.
So there's a reason behind it. ICICI, orange, SBI, blue. But wherever you
HDFC is also blue and something.
Correct. So blue and something.
SBI is complete blue.
Yeah, SBI is complete blue. So let's talk ICICI.
So who does this? Who does this?
So why is ICICI orange and why is SBI blue?
SBI for me seems to be very conventional orthodox banking system.
Okay, be careful what you say.
No, I mean orthodox. I mean to say orthodox in terms is people trust SBI a lot.
Yes.
People know that this is one bank which will never do, and it is backed up by RBI very well.
Right.
So SBI, in terms of their ethics, their trust building, and everything, that blue and that logo seems right. ICICI, in other terms, it is a completely commercial bank. It states its customer as its first thing. So for ICICI, I would say it is dynamic. It is a new age thing. So if you say India's top 3 banks, it's HDFC, ICICI, and SBI. So they have their way of working. So this is how I think they have linked the colors also.
Yeah. So one thing why ICICI chose orange is the orange stands for a particular meaning, right? So that is for people in the comment section. Let us know why did ICICI choose orange color for their branding, and because there is a reason behind it. Also to stand out from your competitors, right? Yes Bank, Kotak Mahindra. What about those colors? Why are they different? They could have been blue as well because SBI was blue.
Yeah.
Right? They are not. They have chosen different colors also to stand out as a bank. Yeah. Right? Well, how am I gonna? I'm ICICI. How am I gonna look different from SBI? So differentiation. I want to look different, so I'm going to go for orange. But orange also does stand for something. We will leave for people in the comment section. Like, do your research and let me know why is I.
Yeah. And if you don't have the research, you can always connect and you can put back. I'll give the description about her. You can always connect her and get some.
You can just Google out like orange, meaning for orange color. You will know the meaning of orange color.
Yeah. So now we are back to the content. We are back to that color scheme. What else?
Then it comes to reach now, right? So once you have very clear understanding of your business and which demographics are you tapping into, then it comes to your insights. So we have covered this. Now you actually use the tools and techniques available in the world of digital marketing and reach to your audience. So reach is what happens with the digital marketing tools and techniques. Reaching, right? Okay. Now we want to reach to this population. Yeah. So that is where it comes in email marketing.
So when I say reach, let's say we have done the content, we have done the first part, we have gone online. When I say reach, how do you configure that you have reached to so and so people?
Correct. So that helps us with the metrics. We have metrics that we measure. They are also called as KPIs. You can use tools like Google Analytics to help you analyze like how well did the campaign do. So campaign is not just one video. A campaign is an entire plan which goes for almost 6 months or 4 months. And it has a series of things that are pre-planned, like launching a particular podcast. It would have a pre-launch, like coming soon. And then it would have then episodes. So it would have a post-launch and things like that. So a lot of pre-planning and post-planning happens. So it's not just one video and you cannot call this a campaign. Right? It doesn't mean a campaign. A campaign is always like we are launching this product. Let's say we have a new product, we are launching a product to a particular demographics. Then it's not just one video which is generated based on content. Okay. Right? It is almost like it could also end up into 50 such videos or 100 such videos, and then you push it in the your online platforms and etc. So you're also looking at impact. Right? You just don't want to create something and just like upload it. Right? That is not what digital marketing is all about. It's about impact. Like, okay, you did all of that. So do you have the impact?
There's a specific strategy correct. To roll it out.
So let me talk about strategy because it is kind of so overly used as strategy. You don't always require strategy
for business. One part I'll tell you. So when we say parallel perspectives, my perspective of strategy is completely different. Your perspective of strategy is completely different because I've seen this. I've discussed with all the board members also, which I have worked with previously this time, or all my seniors, managers, general managers, people that I've seen, they define strategy differently, right?
Yeah.
How would you say strategy in terms of digital marketing and in your area of work? What is the strategy?
So first and the foremost, is strategy is not always required. Okay, so if you have a very unique product and it has a business use case, okay, so that means whatever I have developed as a product, okay, it does have utility. Like if I've come up with the TV, so are people watching TV in this generation or in this population? Yes. So that means I can end up having sales. So when it comes to strategy, first and the foremost, not all businesses need strategy. You just need to you have a product, you just tap into the right market segment with the right content, you are good to go as a digital marketer.
I'll give you a very
strategy comes into picture. Hold on. Yeah. Strategy comes into picture when you have competitors, when you as a business owner are entering into a highly competitive market, right? That means you already have players.
If you have a competitor, yeah, I didn't
so
understand.
Then you would need something called a strategy to leap jump. Leap jump. If I am competing with Tata's today, right? I am running a tech company and I want to be or Google. Like I want to be the next Google. I want to be the next Facebook. I want to be the next. I don't want to be one among them competing with them.
But that would also be it can be also linked to the stage of the company. Let's say if some company is at the bootstrap level, I mean it's just started. So if you can define, like the companies are defined, let's say what you can say is at bootstrap level when it's just started, then it is just sustaining, then it is in growing, then it will grow. So this, I think you said to me this when we were discussing sometime.
Correct.
A company, goes in different stages. What are those stages?
Correct. So businesses do run in phases.
Yeah.
Right. So you have existence. That means the
When you have to
company's
just start and survive.
just started. Yeah, just started. Then you survive.
Okay. Second is survive.
Yeah, you try to survive, right? You try to survive with your product or the service. So once you have fixed, once you're done with your survival phase, that means you know what works with what particular kind of a customer. That means then you are now into the rolling phase of it, right? That is when we call success, wherein you have regular customers, you have regular sales happening, you have things going on in a particular style of operations, right? That is what we call success. Then it's a takeoff, right? Okay, are we just happy doing operations or we want to take off? So takeoff could be with the next product launch, or takeoff could be with having more channel partners, or having diversifying into more demographics and locations and areas and more countries and things like that. So that could be the takeoff. And something people don't talk about businesses, it also have maturity level, right? That means a particular business will not cross anything more than this. Like, for example, real estate. There might be a point, even when podcasting will come to, like, we are no more interested in this. Like the way we are no more interested in CDs and floppy disks and nobody's using right now. I'm not interested in buying.
Technology keeps on changing.
Yeah. Not keeps on changing. Something else took over it.
Yeah.
So what took over CD and floppy disk is your USB ports. So that is what took over. So what is taking over IT sector right now is AI, right? Everyone is interested, so interested.
I'll come to that because I've kept that AI part separately. Once we'll finish this off.
Right.
So I understand this, that what you are saying, that.
Right. So wait, hold on. So with CD and floppy disk, right, we are no more using it. It is not a use of any common man in the society right now. There is no utility for it. So that means whatever I develop as a product or a service, I have to make sure there is a utility for it. This is what most innovators don't understand. Like, I'm an innovator. I love innovating things, and I innovated a product which is super cool based on my perspective, but it does not have utility, meaning you're not using it. Nobody else in the team is using it. There is no utility to this. So then you will have no sales. So not all innovation is a good fit for business.
Yeah, we are actually, in our podcast, we are going to promote different innovators also. And this is going to be for people to understand that when you do innovation, I feel innovation is something which helps the humanity. Innovation is not the one thing that you do it for yourself. I mean, see, I can, make a new bike, but that may not be an innovation because it may not be helpful to other people. Like, for example, I've seen that they have created a bike, wherein the person who is driving the bike sit inside the wheel only. That single wheel.
And then you roll around.
I mean, okay, that is an innovation. But tell me really, do you feel that does it have any, usefulness to anyone in terms of safety, in terms of, if you want to do any transportation or you want to travel around with another person sitting behind you. So I don't feel that is an innovation. Innovation is something which will really help people in terms of money, material, in terms of, lowering down the human, efforts.
Yeah, so with that innovation, I think this guy was trying to do cost cutting on the wheels. Like, why have two wheels and let's put the person in just one big wheel
and then drive it around.
Yeah. You will definitely get attention based on that.
Yes.
That was a norm. I mean, if our entire society was actually having vehicles like that, trust me, you and I would be okay with it.
I don't know.
We would be okay with it.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Two wheelers having two wheels.
Yes.
Yeah. So anything else would be like, oh, like what is it?
Yeah, I'll tell you a perfect example. So 5 years back or 7 years back, I think it's more than 10 years back when Nano was launched. People had thought process that the way they launched it, people thought, "Arey nahi, ye garibo wali car hai, so why would I purchase it?" Because somewhere we link everything towards our glamour or towards our status. Now if I see, if I would like to buy a car to run around a city, Nano would be the best.
Yes.
If you have seen the recently launched MJ Hector, I mean, that wide or the small space they have used
Yeah.
I think nano was something above its technology. So you're right
Yeah.
that it also depends upon the perception of people, what comes first and how they see as an innovation.
Correct.
I would say more than that, rightly, when you said that getting the attention, people are also, if they are getting attentive or they feel this is something extraordinary, they go for it, they'll buy it.
Correct.
This happened with Royal Enfield also.
Yes.
People love the bike.
Yes.
I mean, you had bikes which were petrol efficient, fuel efficient, they were, well, maybe I'll say it
We have hybrid.
in my perspective, I'll say it was comfortable.
Yeah.
And the engine won't get too hot.
Right.
In that days, but still Royal Enfield is what it is.
Yeah. So with Nano, the marketing was a basically,
Failure. I would say a failure only. I'll say failure because with Tata being a group, whatever they have done for country. I see their innovation comes towards fulfilling people. So I feel moreover the marketing stuff was something which went wrong. Rather, the car, the innovation was perfect.
Yes, because most of the Tata company products also don't heavily market. Could be the Nano lesson or probably now Skin Titan.
No, I'll say why
Skin
don't
Titan, no marketing at all.
Why they don't market is they already have the reach and
The distribution
network,
channels. They are
the
running through
network.
the distribution channels. Look
Yeah.
at Zudio,
Yes.
right? So it's all based on infra.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Zudio.
Yes.
I have not
So
heard a single.
I
ad
feel that
coming from Zudio.
many of these brands who don't need a reach or marketing is because they already have set up their reach. Like for example, if you talk about FMCG, FMCG products, be it your atta, be it the toothpaste, the soaps, everything, they've already set up their network. So they may not need that kind of reach.
Correct. So the strategy is different, right? So they're now going to be network oriented, meaning we will have more stores, we will build more stores, we'll have more products, and this is going to be our take on present population.
Yeah, but I feel now the times have changed because these were all the players that have come 20 years back or 30 years back.
Correct.
And
With legacy.
With legacy
behind.
And they had all this dealer network and everything. That's why they did the conventional business. They had the reach and the network is already set up. That's why they may not need to do the endorsements now. Now the thing is why I feel digital marketing has become important. Let's take example of Mama Earth.
Yeah.
Let's take that
Rene,
the other
Rene.
Yeah. Then many other brands which now are Sugar Cosmetics and many other brands which are doing, even Patanjali for that matter. Patanjali, when Baba Ramdev did the whole
He
marketing
got the
campaign,
population first. Yeah.
yeah, he did the first he did the accommodation of the what do you say, audience.
Yeah.
He acquired the audience like we do on YouTube,
But it was organic. See, we are thinking they acquired the audience first. That was not how it went. It went like
I would say not the audience, but they created the reach first.
You are saying they created the reach first. No, they were doing yoga together and the reach happened. The intention was never to create Patanjali back then. The intention was yoga. Let's teach yoga to people. Then the entire thing got up when business owners got into touch with Baba Ramdev and then came up with this entire brand. So we cannot say they strategized the entire thing.
Okay.
The entire thing was not the story. The story was started with yoga. So everyone were so involved in yoga and their own fitness and wellness and well-being and all of that. Then Patanjali happened.
Yeah. So coming back to, so we diverted a little.
Yeah.
Coming back to our process, it
Yeah.
was marketing research. Marketing research included this organic thing, demographics, and your what you say. What was the other part? It was organic.
The reach part.
The reach part. Then it was the content, and after content, you said that the campaign.
Yeah.
Then the strategy of the campaign.
Yeah.
What else? What is the closure
process?
What is the closure of this process? So I think we are close to the closure now.
Closure, yes, we are close to the closure. So closure is metrics. Like once you have your metrics, that is where you can get your data from. Like, did this campaign do well? How much reach do we have? How much engagement? And how many views? And then all these other demographics, which countries are actually watching, right? You can also get that information, that which country. people from which country, demographics from which country are having a look at your entire campaign. Let's say I'm launching something for India. I'm launching it so hard. I'm doing all of these steps and I just want to target Indian market. But for some reason, Canada is buying it a lot. Then it's okay. I'm okay with India. Then why don't you just move your demographics to Canada? Because they're already buying it. You are doing marketing for some other area.
But that would require, but that would be dependent on
so you will get information from the data that you collect. That is what is called as data driven. It helps you in decision making. Right? So I have all this data in front of me. This is what happened in the first phase of my business. This is what I have as data. So what decisions am I going to take based on this, and what am I going to do for my second campaign?
Yeah, what we say conventionally is forecast. How we do the forecast. Forecast is also done on the basis of the
forecast is done based on research. That means the backstory of how, like, if I'm launching something in metaverse
but
now.
In this case, it is specifically the data, the demographics, the reach, the conversions, also the conversions, right?
Yes, lead first and then the conversions.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So when you say data, right? So you need all these metrics or KPIs, metrics to decision make. What next? Decision make could be we are not doing any further campaigns. Is also a decision in your business. Like, let's say your first campaign fails for whatever reason, right? Either you can sit and analyze why it's failed, or probably you're just going to conclude that, okay, let's wait for a while. We're not going to go for the next campaign, right? Or you could do something else, something else offline. We'll be like, let's do this strategy. Like, this is not working for us as of now. Right? Or you mend this, you try to figure out this. So that figuring out you'll have to go back to market research and do that, right? So see, most businesses might fail in their digital marketing campaigns only if they don't understand their segment right. So if you take out time to do your
research. When you say segment right, it's what? The product they're competing with, the area they're competing in, the pricing strategy.
Yes.
And the specification maybe.
Yeah, so let's take cosmetics as an example because it's easy to understand. Right? In cosmetics, you also have premium products. So when you say premium, it's expensive technically, and with some difference in the formulation of the products. Right? So let's take luxury brands, Gucci, Prada. So it's at a particular cost of it. Right? You attach luxury to it, but that doesn't mean I cannot launch a bag brand or some accessories brand which is not that price point. Then I know my demographic very well. Right? So that means I'm going to make sure my bag make cost is not going to exceed this cost, right? Because I know I'm selling to this person, I'm selling to this demographics, I'm selling to this age group, I'm selling to people who are having a spend capacity of this much for a particular bag. Then I will not end up creating Gucci, Prada and then wonder why this market segment is not buying it. This is such an amazing bag, right? So yeah, so that's the thing. So when you call yourself Gucci, Prada, you're just working with that 1 or 2% of this entire segment, or you're tapping you understand your segment. I hope I'm not confusing you with your segment.
No, segment is, I've got it. So basically, when we say, I'll come to the failure part later. So we have completed the process. So let's say go online, everything. We have set up the strategy. We have held up the strategy, let's say for 6 months or 7 months. Then we go through the metrics, we get the results, we get the data. And then is the next stage, whether we want to relaunch, what will be our next strategy, what will be our next demographics. Maybe we'll have some new products or not.
Correct.
That may be a part.
Yeah.
Now, this comes towards the sustenance part. Do you feel that people, what I am seeing is people are stuck at first stage only. Do they prosper towards sustenance? Have you seen with your clients? What is your experience?
It's a sustainable business.
No, I'm not saying about sustainable business. I'm saying specifically towards the digital marketing. Let's say I have set the strategy. I've run it for 6 months. I've got the results, maybe the conversions also. And then I've also got all the data, how many people purchased or wherever I've reached.
Yeah. So
now comes a point with the owner. He has done, he has all the data. Now you and the owner, they sit together and they define, do we need to go for next strategy or do we need to, wait for some time? So Do you see that movement regularly with your clients from stage one to stage two? I'll say stage two as a sustenance over here.
Okay, so let's talk about sustainable businesses. I think that's what you're talking about, where people are failing in terms of digital marketing.
Yes.
Right? They're failing in this understanding of aligning, right? So that for first and foremost is for every single business, when it comes to your digital marketing campaigns, it is not one size fits all solution. Okay, because people are looking for step one, step two, step three, and here I go online. Right? It doesn't have that. It doesn't have your step one, step two, step three. So I cannot generalize to all business types. There are nature of businesses. We have B2B, B2C, D2C. Now, yeah. So B2B works a certain way. B2C works a certain way, and B2C like quick commerce, anything to do with fast selling. Uh, so you're working with that price point, right?
Okay.
So it is digital marketing is not one size fits all solution. So you may not have that step one, step two, step three to.
What I understand from this is, so the person or the businesses that are employing digital marketing, they need to evaluate it regularly, and no matter what today's world is, wherein you have to sustain with your marketing and the sales part, including the digital marketing. That would be right?
Correct.
Yes. So now coming to the important part, is AI a threat or a use? I mean, is it useful or a threat for digital marketing?
So it's definitely bringing changes in the market, right? Certain dynamics are going to change, and if at all people would know how to make use of AI based tools, then yeah, it will be an added benefit to their business or the team. So it's all about making use of this particular tool. So when it comes to AI, if you're very particularly talking about the data trained models that are going on, of course it's a threat, right? Because we are so comfortable with our traditional way of working. For example, I want to build a house, I need an architect, I would go to you, you're an architect, and you would help me with drawing the architectural diagram of it. But what if AI is giving me better solution than you? There's a tool which is going to just help me with this entire process. Then
I won't say so. My perception of asking the AI was, what in an organic way, I mean, digitally, is it a threat when you do the digital marketing? But obviously, I see AI would replace many of the things.
Yeah.
It is replacing many of the mechanical design operations. The machines are getting smarter. I mean, when I worked in manufacturing field, at that time we had CNC machine, that is computerized numerical control machines, VMC machines, CNC machines. But obviously the softwares also, operated this machines. Now they are getting upgraded.
Yeah.
I have many of my friends who are working with those companies, let's say companies like Siemens, and wherein they are upgrading the softwares in such a manner that AI would replace this, manual intervention.
Right.
So this is in a good way. But when I say threat, what threat do we possess in terms of, execution? I'm saying execution point of view for digital marketing. What are the
For
threats?
digital marketing, it's not really a threat. And not everything can be automated when it comes to digital marketing. Right?
Creativity cannot be automated.
Exactly. Creativity cannot be automated.
Yeah.
So, which is a huge part of it. Decision making cannot be automated.
How would you say decision making? Because when I've seen with AI, many of the
You're going to train the model for decision making?
Exactly. So many of the research that they are doing now is they are setting up the algorithm. The AI is learning the algorithms, the data, and it is also taking part in decision making. That I see as a threat. But I don't think specifically, as you rightly said, that digital marketing would have threat. Creativity cannot be replaced by AI. Entrepreneurship cannot be replaced by AI. Certain laborers, or I won't say laborers, but certain skillful activity like painting, sculpting, building something,
Yeah.
innovation.
Correct.
I think it will take a lot of time for AI to innovate something.
Yes.
Yes. So that is what AI won't replace. Yeah. So AI is not, as of now, I feel that it is more useful for you.
Yeah, so anybody who's coming from a tech background will not really see AI as a threat. They will see as opportunity to explore. Right? So I am coming from a tech background. I will not really see AI as a threat. But anybody who's not coming from a tech background might look at this entire like an architect. If they see a software do the architectural part of it, then I actually don't need an architect to construct whatever I have to construct. Right? So I would rather you make use of the software and pay for the software and rather use this rather than going to an architect. So architect would be like, oh, am I supposed to now learn AI? Or maybe I'll have to learn this tool so that I can tell my customers that I am an AI, enabled architect. So that would probably happen.
This is I think the major what you say innovation and the change happening.
Yeah. So anybody who's coming from tech background will not really look at AI as a threat. They will definitely try to adapt. Try to look at this entire thing as an opportunity to explore more. Like what else can be done with AI? What else can we train models on?
But see, as you are operating into the tech field, are you seeing that change that AI is changing the complete ergonomics around the tech field? Is it changing all the ergonomics around tech
I mean,
field
with
as of now?
ChatGPT 4, I mean, where we are, right? Where have we reached with the AI part of it? So with ChatGPT 4, you can actually it talks back to you like human like. Right? It actually talks back to you like a human. Like it is no more question answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no more like, okay, here's your data, enjoy. Right? And we would look at those Excel sheets back then for hours, like 10 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Now it
I think with ChatGPT, one of the constraint is also when you ask questions. Now they are developing this new profile as prompt engineer.
yeah.
So you also need to know how you're framing the question,
Yeah, how you're giving a query to this.
how you're framing the question or the query
Yeah.
so that you get the right output out of it,
Correct.
which I am also learning a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at this podcast.
Yeah.
You ask me the right question, I will give you,
No.
insights.
I'm also learning a lot because I'm using ChatGPT many a times, wherein I need to understand something. But what I've understood is how you frame the question is what is required. And now, as you rightly said, I've not used ChatGPT 4, but if it is like human, if it is interacting, that means it will be a, I mean, this will be a future now. This will be a next thing. People now getting addicted there to the phone, now they'll get addicted towards that ChatGPT or Google Analytics or whatever the AI tool that they have.
Yes.
I think we are going to go towards a different direction.
Yeah.
So it won't be that kind of socialization as we had in our kids. I mean, we are one generation behind the Gen Z.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to put conscious effort if you want to reverse that effect on the society right now. Like kids no more actually go out and play that often.
we are actually exactly in between.
Yeah, we are sandwiched.
We are sandwiched. Gen Z has got all the next stuff going on. They have all the liberty, they have all the comfort. Actually, they have the comfort to think openly because their parents are a little open. For us, we had the 90s part, we had the 2000 part, which created our perception. So, the major thing why I wanted to do this podcast is this is a podcast for people right from their 18 to their 15, 50, I would say, not 50, 50. So that there's someone with my age, generally with 30s and the 40s are the midlife crisis time period. Everyone is going through it, where the wife is complaining, where the kids are complaining, the boss is complaining, the customer is complaining, you have your colleagues complaining. I mean, there are a lot of, and then you have the social pressure of building. One of my friend, yeah, one of my friend used to say that, you will. So he's settled in USA. He's still not married, and he's gone very high in his career. So he used to always tell me that the basic idea of your society is for me. I mean, few of our friends, you guys will complete your diploma engineering, whatever it is. The first thing you'll do is get married, have one car. On Sundays, you'll be going to the mall. That would be.
Yeah.
We were of that mind frame. That success means that having a wife, kid, car, that's it.
Yeah, having a family.
With this generation, I'm seeing that change.
Yes.
They are more liberal in that thought process, and this is somewhere good for our society, which I feel. Now, the people right between the age of 35 to 50, I would suggest that yes, we'll have to get little dynamic, dynamic in terms of
Yeah.
the technology,
Yes.
dynamic in terms of our thought process.
Yes.
Whether do we really need a house of 1 CR? Do we really need a car that is, more than 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs? You know, I personally changed around 4 cars. And today I'm regretting that decision because I took all those decisions in my mid 30s and 35. The reason why I'm regretting is because now I can see the financial burden I've created with changing those cars. Maybe I would have gone ahead and invested. I'm seeing now my cousins who are in their 20s and 30s. They are creating their stock profile, stock market profile.
Right.
They are creating their mutual fund profile.
Right.
And they are simply running in different manner.
The exposure is different altogether.
So I would say that, the main thing what as a digital techie with you, I wanted to understand, do you also feel that same way that yes, digital marketing, yes, today's tech stuff has to be included in the lifestyle of people from 35 to 50? They need to learn it.
Yeah, so that is the thing with business, right? You need to know when to pivot, right? So if you look at anybody who's a 50-year-old businessman might have a rigid mindset,
Yes.
right? And that is not may not be good for your business, right? So it's all about the mindset now. So 50-year-old would not really understand much about the IT.
I actually learned a very good word few days back, conventional wisdom.
Conventional wisdom. Okay.
Yes. So all those 50-year-old or 60-year-old,
Yeah.
I won't say even the 50-year-old, any 30 and 40-year-old,
Yeah.
like from our generation or just 5 years or 6 years older than us,
Yeah.
they also carry this conventional wisdom.
Yeah.
I mean, why I started with digital marketing is one of the conventional wisdom that small scale business, that is a MSME or a SME, they carry is that sales can only be done by salespeople. They do not oversee or they do not see marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing plays a major role. Then comes sales. And now sales have got a lot easy with digital marketing.
Correct.
Yes, you need people.
Correct.
You need right people to go and close the deal.
Right.
But you need some digital marketing stuff also.
Yeah.
Businesses do need it. So
Correct.
this is a change which I feel, in mindset, in perspectives, which businesses should have.
Correct.
Yes.
So hoping after this podcast is launched that people would have, they would not be so rigid.
I mean, you may get a lot of clients more after this.
I'm anyways overloaded. I'm anyways overloaded.
So I'll tell you guys, Sneha is more than 11 years experience, and more than the marketing, I mean, more than the experience part, what I've learned from her and why I invited her as a guest is the research part that she does, the psychological part in understanding the customer. I mean, her customer, that is the client. What exactly is the requirement of the business? I feel when, my next point was going to be why digital marketing fails. You know, so I think it will be related to that process only.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
When you said that you have to do market research very well,
Yes.
you have to understand demographics, you have to understand the competitor, you have to understand the segment, right?
Yes.
If at all we fail in any of this,
Yeah.
the digital marketing is going to fail.
Yes.
I may not say fail, but it may not be effective.
Yes, it may not be impactful or effective. So the end goal, sales, right? You will not have as much sales or as much sales as expected. So there is a prediction that goes behind it, right? That means you can pre-predict as well. You can forecast your sales as well. So it is just a number. It's like a target that you want to hit. So based on when the campaign is actually delivered to a particular market segment, based on your realistic expectations, you can hit numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a process. But if any disalignment in any of this process, if you show any sort of a carelessness, the end result is no sales or have less sales. That's going to be the results.
So when I say competition, how much competition do you have in your field now?
Not much. Not much. Yeah,
So
I'm doing good.
all
I'm
the
good
kids.
for life.
So I'll tell you one more thing, guys. Sneha also does a lot of coaching. Uh, can you just elaborate on that?
Yeah, okay. So there are two verticals to my company. One is the teaching part of it, wherein we teach market research and web designing and digital marketing and video editing and all of that to engineering students. So that is one vertical of my company. The other vertical is where I actually work with companies based on what are they launching and based on what is the mission plan of the business or the company as of now. So I do these are the two verticals I run in my company.
Yeah, and I think we need teachers like you. We need entrepreneurs like you. To extend this business.
Yeah.
Just to a final, I would say that we have tried and covered many points today. Maybe we can have another podcast with you.
We missed on one point on relationships, since you brought relationships, because when it comes to business, it is a team driven thing, right? That means you have to be a people's person. That means you need to know how to manage people around you, be it your boss or be it your employee or be it whoever in the entire ecosystem. So if there are conflicts, then you need to know how to resolve conflicts. Yeah. So I would highly recommend psychology for anybody who's launching business in 2024. Please also study psychology. Yeah. So guys, also study psychology.
Why, and she's very right on this. I have my colleague also sitting behind me. So I have been going through a lot of psychological stuff. And as I told you, your customer is behind you, your colleagues are, management is expecting a lot from you. Then you have your colleagues. I try to be very empathetic on that part, but you have so much of expectation from everyone. And then, rightly said, psychology is a major thing. Understand your customer, understand your colleagues, understand your management. I would say that yes, try and understand the perspectives of people, what they really want.
Right. Yeah. So anybody who's complaining of too much expectations from this particular job, too much expectation, if you're a business owner, right, and if you're seeing that your team members are actually slogging, then please delegate, right? Learn to delegate. Delegation is not that easy to do.
I see, the world has become so dynamic. Sloggers cannot sustain a long time. And what I've experienced is slogging is going to be a big headache in future. I mean, people will not sustain with slogging. Because the industries are becoming so dynamic. Yeah. And everyone knows KPIs. Everyone knows now today's world, everyone is driven by money, money, money. So if you add value, that means you're not slogging. If you're not adding value, somewhere or the other, you're not putting the efforts, you're slogging, or you're not up to the competency level. That's what I feel. And now this also comes from her psychology part, because I discussed a lot of psychology with her, and completed, or we have given a complete perspective on digital marketing. And this was an informative session to our audience. Do let us know if you want to have some more information specifically in digital marketing. If you want to get in touch with us, if you want to also get into digital marketing for your company, please let us know. Me and Sneha will help you out to get you that reach and digital marketing stuff.
Yeah. So if you all have any more questions for me or Prasad, please leave it in the comment section so that we can get back to your questions.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. It was a very nice session having you. Hope I'll see you again.
Yeah.
Let's have another podcast.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Prasad. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.